Kraken time.
Release the Kraken.
If you've wandered in here from some live playlist, I feel bad for you. No, we teach painting here. We just did this painting, and sometimes we like to add Krakens and other shenanigans to our artwork afterwards, because that's what you can do when you're an artist. Just pretty much anything you want. Anything at all that you want in your painting.
You want.
Gee.
Including Krakens, apparently.
If you don't know who I am, I'm Cinnamon Cooney, the Art Sherpa. That voice over there is my husband, John. He controls the cameras, which follow the canvas, an up-close robotic cam, a palette, pretty much anything I'm doing, so that if you wanted to do this yourself at home, that is generally the goal that we are going for. And also, if you're brand new here, Kevin is a longtime community member who sometimes visits paintings. Mm-hmm. He's a Kraken. He's a shirt. We have a shirt for Kevin. He hugs things too hard.
He does. He likes
he hugs
to hug.
things too hard. And I also feel like a gnome. I know I'm having this hair day. I also feel like a gnome should be under the tree that Kevin is like wanting to become good friends with. Well, Kevin has had a girlfriend.
You were a rock gnome.
I was a rock gnome stalker.
I
was a rock gnome illusionist in a very long-running D&D campaign that we had.
Yes, that I ran. I had the pleasure of running. And she even showed up in drag once because she got extra points for showing up in costume.
Yeah. No, it was definitely got my rock gnome on. Put a beard on my face. I'm not saying I was Lex from Made You Look, but I did a pretty decent job of coming in as a rock gnome. The short thing was hard. Not that I'm particularly tall, I'm just not the right height for anything. So I'm definitely going to add Kevin to this painting, and I'm going to put a little gnome here, and I think that's what's going to go on, and then we're going to talk to you about stuff. If you had questions during the show, they can be personal, they can be art related. I definitely want to say I know one of y'all said my hair was hot.
Oh, yeah.
And John and I talked, and we feel like, we're at a stage in life, we'll just take it.
Mm-hmm.
Any compliments, we're taking them. I'm taking him. John feels really good about it too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're just like, oh man, it's just like amazing anybody would give you a compliment anymore. So we're like, take that to the bank and deposit it. I want to put out some colors.
I want to say thank you because we have 175 people here already.
No,
and they're just yes, we do.
You know what color I forgot to get?
What'd you forget?
Purple. Once again, dogs in purple.
You always forget the color.
I always forget the purple. So I'm going to be sketching in my Kevin.
So while you're I want to say thank you for everyone who's come here to hang out and do some Kevin Krakening with us. And we'll are we drawing stuff in over there? I'm going to go over and take a look.
I have decided that I'm going to have Kevin. This is what I feel is going to happen now.
What's going to happen?
Kevin is here peeking up over the bridge. His tentacles are wrapped all around the bridge and kind of coming in and out the water.
Okay.
And he's going to have a little gnome friend, I think, sort of right about here, that he's hoping to get to know better. Maybe I'll have a little tentacle coming out here. So I've got to sometimes I like to sketch things in a little bit so I know where I think I'm putting them, just in general. Oh, thank you for the purple. Dog's Eating Purple is one of my favorite colors. And it's not one that you mix. You don't get red and blue and get Dog's Eating Purple. You get purple, but not exactly this shade of purple. And I like exactly this shade of purple.
You do?
This
shade?
This one.
This one?
This one.
This is Kevin Purple.
This is Kevin Purple.
It's Kraken
Dog's
Purple.
Eating Purple. Kraken Purple.
Kraken Purple.
Here's some Kraken Green. I put out way too much Kraken Green.
That's okay. He's super green.
I don't know if you can see me or not, so I can't check John because he's got his own things. I often find quinacridone magenta comes into Kraken painting. Mars Black obviously would come into Kraken painting from time to time. So we just work it out, and we still have the gnome.
The rock gnome stalker.
The rock gnome stalker. Rock gnome stalker. And this is not a singing channel, so no need to give me notes on that. We know.
We're also not a web development or...
No, spelling channel. Definitely not a spelling channel.
We're also not a channel on how to run a live YouTube chat.
That actually we could be. And if you have questions about live, you can certainly ask them.
You can ask me. It doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about. I'll try.
So I'm going to definitely put my little gnome over here, being gnomey.
What does that mean? What is gnomey?
Well, I feel like it's a combo of adorable wisdom.
Adorable wisdom.
I have decided that because this is my gnome in my world.
I always think of garden defense when I think of gnomes.
I think that they're actually maybe quite vicious and scary in a way that we're not really aware of.
That still could be, garden defense, though. Vicious garden defense is still garden
Vicious.
defense.
I want him to be big enough to be really seen, but I feel like maybe he's fishing. Dude, should our gnome be fishing?
He's on a fishing trip?
He's on a gnome fishing exploration. 3-hour tour.
So they're like, maybe you should have a troll peeking out from underneath the bridge somewhere. Some eyes peeking.
Yeah, we could do that. We got, we'll see how crowded it gets. Here at the riverbank.
At the river.
Here at the river bank. I'll make sure I got enough belly going there. And then I might exaggerate my gnome hat just a little more. And then this is great because then I can, got a belt here. And then I definitely think he needs to be fishing. So what I'm doing right now, and you probably can't see it very easily, is I'm just sketching in some activity. That I feel like I'm going to just throw in my painting. Like
I don't know.
you do.
For whatever reason, I see this is the gnome version of Ulysses Everett McGill. And he's just going to break out in song here any minute.
Things are going to happen here that you're not ready to see.
I can see George Clooney as a yard
If you're
gnome.
brand new to the channel, we don't do this all the time, but on occasion we escape our confines. I'm going to grab, this is a number 4 shader that is dyed. The big death, because you know what happens when you leave your brushes in water?
What's that?
Kills them. Just saying.
Of course, Ian was like, an Ewok. But I was like, what if an...
Ian has become, like, it used to be Mark with the zombies. And now I think that now it's become Ian with the Ewoks. And what's my...
Well, he knows. I mean, like, because they're super dangerous. He's just...
They are.
He likes to mock them because he's over there with
Because he
the
doesn't
Empire.
live on a planet that they're habitating.
He's never actually been there.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of talk for somebody who hasn't walked up on an Ewok.
Yeah. You notice that they have, like, they play drums on Stormtrooper helmets. Okay?
Yeah.
These are guys with sticks and arrows and bones in their nose. just saying, how did they get those? And it wasn't because they were trading for them.
No, I think they eat them.
Yes. Well, and...
Those teeth were real scary on the Ewoks. We've talked about this before, the general feeling that Ewoks are very dangerous creatures and should not be trusted.
They're very fuzzy predators.
This Halloween has been brought to you by eyeballs, which you're going to see more of over this Halloween than you've ever wanted to see in your life.
I've got my eye on you.
So be prepared to really, really discuss eyeballs. I'm just pulling a little tentacle out.
I want to see more of what you're talking about.
More, you want to see... Why do I laugh at your jokes?
Because you have to.
Because I have to. It's marriage.
It's
Means I will laugh at your jokes.
It's an obligation.
Is that the rule?
I don't. Maybe it's because we've been here so long in this room alone.
Together.
Just together.
So we're here every day. Those of you that watch the DeFranco thing might have noticed that I said every day, emphatically.
YouTube Live.
Hashtag YouTube Live. We are literally here every day working on some aspect of what we're doing.
Because it's fun.
Because it's fun. It's also fun. And we're just trying really hard to work out our business kit on our end. So we're not working out our business kit on your end. Yeah. And so, yeah, we just work on this every day. And I have about 150, how many is it now? Paintings that I want to do on the show.
You got a list going.
It's a list. And it's just like, and then we have this schedule that is ever changing. Because we also try to make sure that we meet your requests. Mm-hmm. Like Kevin's. When Kevin's come and visit. I'm just sort of blocking this in. When I say blocking it in art, what I'm talking about is I'm making some little weird decisions here about where things are at that I can just paint out later if I change my mind.
So I completely misread this message from Benny. She says, oh my God, I can't wait for the beholder. My husband is elven and going to paint it with me. He's even going to paint it with her. But
no. Yeah, elves.
I read it as he's elven and is going to paint with me. I was like,
he could be. Oh,
that's...
Anyone else? Elf paladins.
They're such a pain to travel with.
Oh my gosh.
Talk.
like I can say anything about that ever in the universe of YouTube ever. I think I now have the ranking number one, because like me and Lockery and Lindsay, we all get a lot of comments about our chattiness.
Yes.
But I win. I get the most comments about my chattiness. I
Yeah.
have so many notes on the feels people have about that. And I keep saying to John, like, I want to do like a response video where like I do a whole lesson and just don't explain it and go, good luck with that. That's what you want. Excuse me for having personality on YouTube. What was I thinking? But mostly everything here is super positive.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly you guys are sweetie pies. I'm using a bright here, and so sometimes they can give me a thicker line than I want when I don't want it, and I just come back and adjust it. I get real... I should change out my brush more often than I do, but then I get all, like, comfortable with what I'm using, and then, you know, this happens. And I mislead you. Because I'm like, oh, no. I have, like, a +10 to this move.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're just trying to say, Kevin here.
Is peeking up over the hill.
He's peeking up over the hill.
So if Kevin was going to be played in a movie, what voice actor would he get? I think Sean Connery. Because Sean
You
Connery
always
can play.
think Sean
Because he
Connery.
can play anything. But you know, yeah. Or I would definitely take like Robin Williams.
I would
think
take Morgan Freeman.
I think that'd be too serious for Kevin. He needs.
I think Morgan has it in him.
Could be.
I think Morgan has it in him. He can handle it. So we're going to have some tentacles peeking in and out of the water.
I think spiritually he's more Quentin Tarantino though.
You know what? Actually, you just said something there. Who else thinks Quentin Tarantino would make a great Kevin? And also, Quentin would have to be our director because we're so chatty. So it's like, so I've decided we're like the Quentin Tarantino of like DIY craft vertical on YouTube, where it's like talk, and a whole bunch of action.
Samuel L. Jackson. There we go. He totally could do
All
it.
right, Samuel L. Jackson.
Although I think, actually, if I could revise that, I think Samuel L. Jackson would play the gnome. He could pull the gnome off. You know?
Casting things like you do. Loving Westworld.
Oh, Westworld's ruling.
Just saying that. I have to blurt that out every once in a while.
Mhm.
Just cause.
Jack Nicholson. Oh, there's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack could be an excellent Kevin.
Couldn't he be good?
He could pull Kevin off
He could pull Kevin off.
and sell it. Jack Black could probably sell it.
Oh, Ed Norton.
Ed Norton, sure. But I mean, then all of a sudden, that's
Now we're going to win an Oscar. Is the problem.
That's the problem. Is then you're gonna then you're in for serious.
Cyrus. I think Ed Norton, I really, really loved him in just pretty much everything he's ever done.
So we had a vote for Will Smith or Liam Neeson. There's another one.
I don't know. Liam has got a particular set of skills that...
Yeah, Liam. Yeah, Liam may have to be one of our...
People, stop kidnapping that guy's kid.
Dude, seriously, don't kidnap anything of his. Don't look at it. We need a role.
Don't go near that kid.
We need a role where Liam plays like a kindergarten teacher just to soften him up a little bit.
I'm, just straight up for realsies, right? I'm going to do kind of like not really good skid tone, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to use the light cad red and the yellow ochre.
Mm-hmm.
Just because,
Jim Carrey. I'd love
Yeah.
to see Jim Carrey in there.
Really good artist is the Jim Carrey, by the
He
way,
is.
if you didn't know.
Yeah. So what are you doing over there? You're filling in our...
Yeah, I'm just kind of, what you have to do in painting is put in a kind of an underpainting. You tend to sketch things in.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get kind of some color down, and then you can adjust and refine and work it out. But until you get the stuff down, you really can't do anything. The beard on this guy will come in last, simply because it's the last layer that you would see. In acrylics, you're painting what is deepest in the painting or furthest away in the painting. So, what's the deepest in the painting if somebody's dressed? It's their skin, right? So you paint that first, and then you start painting the geometry, and you paint those things. The sky is furthest in the painting, so you paint the sky first.
So a couple questions here real quick.
If you were just trying to paint stuff yourself and you want to know how that was done, I don't know if you do.
Well, no, we're not in any hurry, so I got a quick text question.
Okay.
Brandy has one. So you're over there mixing paint. I know what you're doing.
I'm taking a little green to... Did I do green or blue?
I don't know.
Doesn't really matter. I darkened my quinacridone.
So Brandy's she's using golden fluorescence, and she's
Woo-hoo!
wondering if are they gonna mute the colors? By adding it, will it mute the colors?
Golden fluorescence to the paint, will it mute the colors?
Yeah.
No, it should do the opposite of muting the colors.
Make them pop.
It should brighten and pull those forward. Fluorescence they're a particular set of skills. Fluorescence will definitely make those colors more exciting and visually stimulating. There's science to this that I'm not remembering right off the top of my head.
Well,
But basically, it's saying that the stuff vibrates.
Tons of Vanarchy just blew my brain with the perfect.
You made a live Vanarchy?
No, she blew my brain here with a suggestion. She says Bob Ross's voice for Kevin. See,
sweetie, you win.
Happy little tentacles.
You
Giving happy little
win
hugs.
the suggestions right there.
I think that's the winner. And my vote is George Clooney from Oh Brother Where Art Thou for our gnome. that's my that's how I'm casting my vote, because I think that captures our gnome's feeling,
demographics so much.
and like where he's at, he's like, I'm just gotten
The
away
Arts
from.
Sherpa is approved by 9 out of 10 gnomes. So you can kind of see I'm putting in his little vest here. This is a little more of me showing you that I paint than anything else, but sometimes it's nice to show you how I would do something, because it can help you figure out how you might be more imaginative or goofy in your artwork and give you permission to just be so. I mean, we've just done this weird little landscape, and I am perfectly happy adding a crack into it.
Ooh, Vin Diesel
add stuff to your painting.
Vin Diesel's being suggested as an alternate for the gnome, which I think could work.
Dude, Vin Diesel can work in anything.
Or The Rock.
Or The Rock. Aren't they the same guy, though, really?
One is a hardcore D&D playing nerd who likes cars. The other is a wall of...
muscle.
I don't know what The Rock is, but he's a wall of something that I don't think plays D&D.
Okay, well, then we definitely have to go to Diesel.
Yeah, he's a wall.
I'm
of a
really
dude too,
hoping
just-
that the D&D one does really well, so that we can do more of them.
Now, mind you, I would not want to run into either of these people.
No, we're not starting nothing
No.
with any of you.
No, but
sometimes on YouTube you make an innocent comment and it turns into like a whole thing.
yeah,
Which when you're in art, you
That's
don't
it.
realize how crazy YouTube actually
nope,
is.
that's what it is. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call them out: The Rock and Vin Diesel, anytime, anywhere, across the
Please
paintbrush,
don't do it.
one-on-one.
Please
We
don't
can
do it. 'cause
Okay, yeah, you'll just kill me.
Don't do that. The luck we have, I swear.
That's right. That's
We
the
say
surprise.
something innocent that sets somebody off, man.
You have to be careful.
So I'm just putting in his little blue leggings, and then I got to give him his little black boots.
Well, The Rock actually has a YouTube channel now.
Do we have more subscribers than him?
Do we?
I don't know. You got to check, because for a little while, until DeFranco shouted him out, we had more subscribers than Matthew McConaughey.
Well, yeah, but that's they don't have like they're.
I'm just saying, I used to feel very comforted by that.
I think that's just because they're new to the platform and haven't
I think they just don't know how to tag and title their videos.
Well,
Also,
yeah,
would you believe it was really Matthew McConaughey? Like, it would take me a while to really believe it was.
It would, yeah.
I'd be
it would
like,
take a
this
while.
is a hoax. But then I used to think that the Zip videos were hoax,
Oh
and
my
I
gosh,
learned they weren't.
we don't talk about that. That's weird stuff. So tell me about the boots you're doing there.
I am trying to do him little black boots. These is little black waders that they get. And I'm just trying to paint these in some way. I need an undercoat. I'll refine all of this later.
Uh-huh.
But right now, I just got to get some thoughts in.
Some thoughts.
I need some thoughts. Not, thoughts as in how Sharon says thoughts,
You're
but
thinking your thinks.
not those kind of thoughts. Mm-mm. Get some thoughts in your painting. Bye, Felicia.
You're thinking wrong.
You're thinking it wrong. Yeah, that's really what thought means. Girl, you thinking wrong. Your thinking is wrong. Thought over there. Sorry. It's not cool. I can't tell if I'm looking at anyone or not.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, so
Okay.
there it is. The Rock hit 1 million subs in a month and a half. So, like...
So my channel is not as cool as that.
No.
Fine. Fine.
We were bigger than him for like a second.
But there was a minute. There was a day. There was an hour.
We could say,
I smoked
and we're
you.
bigger than The Rock
For a minute.
for a moment.
It's so hard to grow in art.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to be an art in the corner of YouTube.
But
Where they don't know that you're there.
But they let us hang out here, so it's
They
cool.
do. They love us. And they give us a free place to put our stuff. Do we not all love that?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
We get to benefit from the entire thing.
And I'm a YouTube hero.
Maybe we could get The Rock to paint along with you. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be surreal.
I would have him crash your studio.
Yeah. You know, there's somebody who paints along with me, I'm sure, that would surprise the heck out of me. I don't know who it is. And they're sitting there right now trying to do their cracking, going, shh, don't tell her.
So if you're a strange or unusual person who's painting along with us, secretly email me, help@heartparty.com. I'm the only one who gets that first, and I sort it out to everyone. And I will absolutely coordinate surprise visits to shock and awe my wife. I would love that. And the community, which would nothing make me happier. So
Yeah, nothing like having a little art fun. So we can kind of see Kevin and the gnome are existing in this space. Do we feel pretty happy
I
about
like it.
the direction this painting's now going?
I'm going.
It's going a good direction, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's having some feels.
There's definitely a cracking occurring.
I just feel this. Oh, he wants to touch him so bad. So bad. He needs an eyeball.
Yeah.
He does? It's so true. He needs an eyeball. It is important. He needs an eyeball.
So is Kevin going to eat the gnome, or is he just...
I think that you as the viewer have to decide Kevin's intentions to the gnome.
I kind of think Kevin's a hugger.
He wants to hug him really, really hard and then give him a little lollipop kiss. By that I mean, taste it. Just in case there's some... sometimes I find there's other meanings to things that I say that I'm like, no.
I wasn't going to eat you. I just wanted to taste you.
Taste you. Gosh, that was so like on the strain last night. If you watched the strain, when they left him with that thing, hey, Mom, thanks for the undead scary friend that's going to eat me later. That's some bad parenting. Do you want me to show that?
Later.
Okay. All right. Because it's so cool. The
It is
yin
so
and
cool.
blue. All right, so I'm kind of wanting to bloodshot his eye. Is why I've done
Bloodshot
that.
his eye.
Yeah. I need my Kevin. I need
Oh, you need
Kevin
some
back.
Kevin up there. Whoa.
Yeah. Kevin, I miss you, Kevin. So let's see. We'll say that your eyeball is right here. You're trying to get a good bead on the gnome. A lot of times in paint, I'm just literally saying, I think some stuff will be here. Maybe some stuff will be over here. I have painted live in a lot of locations with actual humans in space. I've talked about it before, like during the holidays in the mall. Painted live. So I have a pretty thick skin, I think. Mostly. Some stuff gets to me. There we go. So we're starting to see. I just don't know when you want me to talk about it.
Just keep going.
Okay, so John has always got some weird thing afoot, and I never know what his weird thing is. And he's freaking me out right now so much. I don't know what you're doing, dude.
Pushing buttons? What are you doing?
I'm trying to paint our little Kraken friend here.
I think he's looking pretty cool.
He could be. I haven't really decided which direction to go with him. Someday we're going to have a whole Kevin painting, but I feel like I revealed little parts of him, so I've made these little decisions about who he is. I'm not sure I'm willing to live with. I don't know I want to live with these decisions I made about you, Kevin. Kevin. Oh, Kevin. What? Stop it. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You're freaking me out, John. John likes to use mystery. And I keep telling him other people aren't getting it. Nobody knows what you're talking about, dude.
Nobody knows.
The inside of Kevin's tentacles are always green. It's kind
Always.
of like kind of irradiated yellow green. So I always like to get that in there. And, make sure that some of his little tentacles going here and there show the inside sucker spaces. Because it's fun for me. And I love seeing y'all's. A lot of people share Kevin with me. They have Kevin sightings. They've sighted him all kinds of places. Which is super fun when Kevin has Kevin sightings. He's been in Cracker Barrel. Just saying he gets around. He was doing something to a turkey I don't even want to think about.
I saw that one too.
And then, did you see the Chewbacca, Kevin? What are you doing, John?
I did see the Chewbacca, Kevin. I thought that one was pretty crazy.
You freak me out. Stop it. All right, so we got some tentacle there. Oh, don't let me get any paint on that, though. Maybe I'll just do some of this here. Yeah, I feel good about that. I don't know what that is, but we're going to say that's happening. Still working that out. Still thinking it out. So we just get together and we talk about these things and we paint Kevin. And no Q&A today. You just keep moving rocks. I feel like you're not doing your job.
What? What do you mean?
Isn't your job supposed to be read the questions?
They're in here chanting and having a great time. They're saying that you should dance if you really want to know what they're saying.
Okay, I'll dance. I'll dance.
You do some dancing?
Badger, badger, badger. Sorry.
Sparkle party.
German sparkle party. Yes, I have my rubber boots, my rubber boots, my rubber boots.
There you go. We can put some dance music on for you. We know how to do that.
I'm so weird.
I will agree with that.
You married it. You put a ring on it.
I did. That's our 200 dance, by the way, because we've got over 200 people in the room. Thank you for coming and joining us.
For a Kevin after party? Whoop, whoop.
It's right. So you should wiggle your toes and wiggle your tentacles and remember that, yes, there's lots of people who say they have their rubber boots.
Oh, do other people have their rubber boots? Their rubber boots? Do you want to sparkle party? Sparkle party!
We'll have to save that for a future.
We're working on that. We love them. We're working on that with them. Stop with the thing. You're freaking me out with the thing. He freaks me out with the thing. Freaking me out with
You're
your
just
thing.
weird.
I'm just going to put some tentacles.
What are you doing?
I'm going to put some tentacles on Kevin. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Stuff.
Too much stuff.
All right, I'm going to leave some dance music on going in the background now.
Okay. Do we want dance music?
Yeah, why not?
So we don't all fall asleep during the painting? Because what happens, like, so I'll design a piece, and I mean, I can do it. You guys know I can do it right from a photograph live on the show. But mostly I design a piece and then paint it and figure out how I'm going to teach it, and then we teach it, so I'm much more chatty. But when I'm making it up, then I got to think about it. And now I'm thinking, I'm thinning about it, man. Oh, yeah, Westworld.
Westworld was so cool.
Will this possibly sink into the show? Yeah, better start watching it. Though I haven't gotten a Mother of Dragons in yet, so maybe I shouldn't assume that I will get it together. But, I'll get to Daenerys someday. I got you the dragon.
Yeah.
You can go paint the dragon right now. Just haven't gotten Daenerys.
Oh, there goes. Oh, down.
All right, so I feel like I've got some green, some purple, and some stuff
yeah.
happening there. Kevin is starting to be a thing in the space.
Pretty cool.
Is he cool?
I like it.
I like him too. We're going to just give him some stuff happening in his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on eyes, I like to darken these outer areas here and then work the bright inner eye as much as possible. So that's what I'm going to do here with him. Stop it. What are you doing? So John has got something he's excited about, clearly. Are you on my palette? Then why are you moving those in and out?
What are you talking about?
Are you showing them the painting or are you showing them the palette?
I'm showing them the painting.
Then why are you doing this other thing other than stress? You're just stressing me out. Stop it! Has anyone even asked you
About what?
about those?
No.
Well, then why are you still doing it?
Because it's fun.
Because there's always somebody who's like, I saw it. I know what
There
it
is.
is.
There's someone who's seen it.
So see how I'm getting kind of this like dramatic little deal going here, and I'm going to grab some black now.
It has been seen, just not by everyone.
Just not by everyone.
Just not by everyone.
That which has been seen cannot be unseen.
Mm-hmm.
So many things on the internet are like that. So many things on the internet are like that. His eyeballs starting to crack me up. I like when things are really extreme like this. Where paintings have a funny narrative. And this one is starting to get one, I think. Kevin has some feels about whatever's happening here.
He
You
does,
can tell.
doesn't he?
He's like, I got some feels. So many feels. So hopefully you guys will come for the Beholder painting. We got the Rocky Horror Picture Show painting on the day that they re-premiere that, which I have mixed feelings about. I feel like his eyes need to be a little bloodshot. Who else feels this?
I agree.
Who else feels those feels? A little blue, so they're not bloodshot, but a little more bloodshot. I love this detail brush. It makes me uber happy. Veining on eyeballs is challenging.
Ooh, little brush. Ben and Josh are here.
Hi, Ben and Josh. Are you adding Krakens? I hope you're adding all kinds of things to your artwork. Don't let them, you gotta let them, just keep being creative, man. Don't let them take it. Don't let them take it. Be like, imagination has value. Not that spelling doesn't matter, but imagination has value.
What brush are you using there?
This is the Royal & Langnickel number 0 Zen. We got this at Michael's, I think.
Huh. Oh, yeah, I did. I got that at Michael's.
So see, we got a little veining there.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, right? I'm going to do some, I guess some suckers. Remember how I'm doing my suckers. I think I used to do them like this. They were pink inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've had Kevin come and visit. This is my glazing liquid, and I like it because it gets me some fluidity and some flow when I need it. And also because stuff just dries on my canvas so fast. So I'm just doing little circles for the suckers that are on him. Like you do. Because he's got little suckers. I'm just trying to show those. Can't remember if I was supposed to do those in green, and now I'm feeling like all insecure.
It's Halloween. He could be.
He has the ability to color shift. He glows in the dark. We've already determined that.
Mm-hmm.
He has an invisible mode.
He does.
Because we did a bunch of those. You know how those invisible paintings are going all around Facebook? So we did some invisible paintings.
Yep.
Here, let me crack the secret on that. That is glow-in-the-dark paint. Not all glow-in-the-dark paint, just that kind that glows on its own in the dark. It's very translucent. You can get it from Martha Stewart. There's a really good one Golden makes. And when you paint on your canvas, you can't see it until you either put it under reactive light or it's dark.
Gotcha.
That's all it is. So, see, I'm putting some little suckers there. Like you do.
Like you do.
Like you do. Why would you do it? I don't know. I'm just going to put some squiggles because I just don't know what I'm thinking down there. I don't know. Really need fluid paints.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm thinning my paint with water, trying to make it more fluid. If I do it too much, it does a thing called underbinding. And if I don't do it enough, I can't get a nice paint off my brush. But I really, really want him to have little tentacles, so I'm doing my best. What?
So it's so funny. Sue's like, I'm not really a Kevin fan, but I'm a Sherpa fan.
So we just kidnap you to just watch Kevin be painted in, and you're like, man, it's Kevin Day.
It's a Kevin Day.
Man, I'm gonna have some coffee. I think it got cold on me. Can you do my coffee?
I can nuke the coffee.
These are random things. Yes, I've got my rubber boots. Sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. Do you guys ever wonder that? I just need coffee to get through the rest of Kevin. Kevin! I'm going to give him some little highlights up here because I feel like he needs some highlights. And his little eyeballs. So I'm doing these little pink dashes because I just felt like he needed something. Like he wasn't part of the world. And you want to make everything part of the world. It's super important when adding krakens into your painting to make them part of the world. This is sage art advice for you that I'm giving you. Don't take krakens down and enter them in a juried show. I can't drink my coffee.
I smoked your coffee. That's what you get for a Kevin show.
This is a rough time of year for me drink-wise. I can't get to it.
You've been thwarted, Sherpa.
I mean, really thwarted. Look at this.
There's some bubbles.
Do you find that you have members of your family that during the holiday season make your day more challenging? I can't get to this coffee at all. You gonna drink it? Try drinking it. Have fun, mister. Don't touch it. It's just that the smoke gets in my lungs. I want to start. Okay. See what happens when you come to the after show? Do you see? This is where we make people real mad.
What you know what? No one's making you click the subscribe button.
No, wait, don't leave. But no, that's actually really true.
You know where we're at. You can come or you can go. But we like you when you're hanging out and posting pictures of your krakens.
Yeah,
which
please
we
do.
really,
And
really
making
like
your
to see.
comments and being silly here and being part of our community. We like that so much.
We love having you. So please, please, please post up your pictures of your crazy krakens and stuff up. And stay tuned because we'll be, as you can see, we have our eye on another project.
Oh, it's so painful.
It's so painful. See, if you come from the video game world, it's like mandatory puns. It's like, I don't know what it is, but there's a certain... I guess
certain mentality that says you've got to attack each other with Nerf balls during the workday, and puns are required.
And puns are a part of everyday conversation.
They really are. I'm just trying to imply some little suckers here so Kevin isn't, suckerless. Because he gives a million kisses every time he grabs you.
That's right.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? Let's make my gnome be cute. Well, first I got to reflect on Kevin.
Oh, Tammy has a question. Let me go up there and find it.
Tammy, you haven't asked me any questions like this whole show.
She's actually, I saw this question come up earlier, but I got distracted. Sorry, Tammy.
Did John get distracted? All right.
And actually, this is a really good question. So how do you frame a canvas board?
Oh, John has a good description of that. We need to make a video, but basically you can do it in the prefabricated frames, and then there's this weird gun that has these little
All right, so
what are they called?
Let me tell you the secret of this. This is what you do is you go to the dollar store or to Michael's, wherever you're going to get your canvas from, or even the used, go to like Goodwill or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Find any picture that has the size that you need, the glass framed in ones that have glass in them and things like that, but you like the frame, go home, pop the tabs out, take the glass out, and the canvas just goes right into it. It's the same size. So if you have an 11 by 14 or 12 by whatever it is, find that same size glass frame, and the canvas board will just pop right into that.
Yeah.
And you use the same tabs, bend them right down. It's like
You just don't want to put
easy.
the glass against your acrylic painting.
Right.
If
And
you're going to put glass over it, you have to have air between the painting and the glass.
now keep in mind, this is not like the proper way of doing it, because your paint will stick to the very outside edge where the canvas is touching that frame. But it's super inexpensive and super easy to do.
I'm adding a little highlight to his eye so it seems wet.
I like it.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
I like it.
You do?
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Okay. All right, there we go. Now he feels like he's got a shiny eye. Feels like he's got somebody he's focused on. He's really feeling the feels for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can even paint this in at all. Oh my goodness. I made him so small. Why do I do this?
Because
Why do I do these things, Mr. Cooney?
I don't know. I think because we were out of big canvases today.
Yeah.
I think that's really it.
I think that may be it. Not sure I'm really representing gnome ears particularly well, but you know.
So what do you think about using gesso instead of titanium white?
Perfectly fine. Will create kind of a chalky matte to your painting. And that will impact everything that you're painting, and it's not wrong. It's just, nothing is really wrong in art as long as you know what the result will be, what the outcome is. You want to always know your outcome.
Yes.
And as long as the outcome is what you intended, dude, that's awesome.
Or if you get an unintended outcome, but it's good,
Also awesome.
also awesome.
What is not awesome is when you're just sitting there going, I hate it, and I don't know where it came from. That does not feel as awesome.
If you can turn that unintended outcome into a predictable outcome, you've created a technique.
It's pretty much, John has summed up art for you. Don't need to go to art school no more.
If you've stumbled onto something that works and can do it predictably, you have technique.
Yep.
Well, if you've trained very hard and learned something that works, that's also called technique.
What is not called technique is what I'm doing right now.
Winging it is what this is called.
This is what this is called. Winging it. I'm winging it. I'm trying to put in his little beard because, he's got his little hair. And I'm having a mom moment.
Now, what techniques are you tapping into to make this easier?
I would
Mrs.
say
Cooney.
none. That's the honest truth. I could be like, oh, so many techniques. But what I'm doing is I'm probably more in American arts and crafts here than anything else. Probably. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think I do. But you're using this little brush and you're just kind of like
I'm just trying to...
imply some beard and...
Yeah.
Now, you're making it very curvy. How, you're
Because
like,
I'm trying to imply his hair is curvy is what I'm doing.
And you mixing some paint on the brush there instead of on the
Yeah.
canvas.
Yeah. Are you catching any of the questions? I feel like we're going
I
to
am.
hear about it after.
Oh, there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the chat. Right
Okay.
now. So I'm doing, and we're so like let's see here. I'll scroll up and give you one of the like BC if the moon was getting larger. so there's some very unusual. They're talking about moons and hanging out and
That's kind of awesome.
painting together. And
I put some rose on him.
oh, and so yeah, they're talking about putting tabs into the frames.
That's always a good thing to do. I like that you guys help each other out. That always
Ooh.
makes me super happy.
And there's a request that just came up for a Halloween can you do a Halloween adaptation of Little Red Riding Hood sometime? Oh, look, didn't we just do that?
We kind of did.
Well, I
Check
think
it
we did
out.
that.
You're going to be so pumped.
I think we just did one of those. Just check it out.
One of the things I have to say is like people don't realize we have like 200 paintings or some crazy number of paintings here.
250, I think.
Yeah, it's like actual just full painting lessons. So a lot of times it's in a playlist I've got to separate up. One of the things I've got to do is I've got to separate up my fall playlist from my Halloween playlist because now I've been on YouTube long enough that I need 2 playlists.
You do?
Yeah.
What would you do with a second playlist?
I have to separate up Halloween and fall because, like, when I
Oh,
first
that's
started,
true, yeah.
I only put up like a video every couple of months. But now we put out like, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 5 a week. So there's a lot. Now, I'm not in Lindsay the Frugal Crafter territory, but I got a lot more videos.
I got a couple.
Yeah, so now we've got to start segmenting them out into specific genres and things much more. I'm highlighting with blue there.
I think that we should rename Lindsay to Lindsay the Art Creation Machine.
Yeah. Well, she has a notebook.
With like a million ideas in it.
People are always like, Lindsay, how do you do it? Work hard.
Because she is awesome and a hard worker and determined and really good at her business.
Yeah, then you get to do that. And she's a lot why you get so much content because she told me once to stop messing around and start uploading more often.
And you should go over and
thank
give her
for that.
Because if you don't know who she is, we'll put a link in the
And you
iCard.
like DIY.
Yes, you should definitely check out Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. Amazing YouTuber. Lots of great content.
I'm putting this bright red coat on the hat. See that?
Now I can see it.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing there on the hat. And I'm going to pull this out and a little white, a smidge of green, Oh, I just don't know what color I'm looking for here. Oh, there it is. You ever do this? You're like on your palette and you're looking. I'm just going to add some highlights to him just to give him some definition.
I like
right?
that.
Now, he needs a shadow under him. One of the things that happens is when people are painting is they forget to create shadows underneath their characters.
Now, I think that CJ is asking about would using a matte make a difference when framing and one of these canvas boards. And I would say try not to use a matte because anywhere anything touches the acrylic paint, it's going to want to stick. So if you
unless you want to put glass over it, and then you have to use a matte.
Yeah, and then you have to matte it because but even then it's going to require really special.
What a lot of
mounting.
artists do if they know that they're going to frame this way is they either just accept that about this much of the painting back is going to be damaged, or I've seen them tape in with 1/4-inch tape around the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
And here, like this.
And you can also do a back-mounted floating frame. There's all
see
sorts
like
of things.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different ways.
But for the inexpensive, like for just the kind of stuff we're doing most of the time, just popping it into a standardized frame, you'll get away with.
So you see, I'm creating this little shadow there.
Yeah.
Shadows help. Wherever you got a tentacle in the water, do some shadows because it implies there's more guy.
I scroll up, you go down. I go up, you go
Is
down.
that what's happening? I'm such a pain.
You're a moving target, is what you are.
I'm something. I'm going to add some more to his little beard. I'm going to really use a lot of paint because I can. Yeah, look. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it's heavy-bodied.
Now, is that called impasto?
This is called impasto. I am taking advantage of the fact that the paint's going to do this and create shadows as I paint. And this is an impasto, and I'm just, look at that. Isn't that kind of fun?
Yep.
People will like this on your canvas, too. They love when the paint gets real expressive like this. They're like, oh, I like that part there. What's there of our sex? That's there of our cud. So, see, now he's pretty gnomey.
Yeah.
He's got his friend, and he just needs a line into the water. You might be inclined to want to do black on a line, but that would be wrong. Because it's not really going to show, you have to actually highlight it, and so you have to do a white line. There. Whole thing just for this was worth showing up for. So you see how the line being light allows you to see the fishing line?
Yeah.
If you did black, you wouldn't see it at all. And be sure to show that the water is disturbed around the fishing line. Then you can come back with the black line against the white line and really, really pop it, but that would be something you might not know. And I'll say that there's one kind of coming off here. So this is... Oh, he needs a reflection in his eye, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put one... Oh, how lightly can I do that? There! I got it! ice totally impacted the taste of the coffee. It tastes so weird now. I can't see me.
It carbonated it. Oh.
Yay!
It carbonated it for
I
you.
hope you guys kind of think this was funny.
I think lots of people were hanging out, enjoying it.
It lets you guys hang out and talk to each other a little bit more. We don't do these every video, but sometimes if it's a Kevin-friendly video and you guys kind of want to hang out and chat a little more and maybe do Q&A, we do that and we show. I think it's also important to demo that don't take the artwork too seriously.
Yeah.
Even if you're serious about your art, having been in this business a long time, even if you're serious about your art, don't be in your heart too weighted and too serious about it. This is a marathon, not a sprint, art business. And you don't want to wear yourself out early.
Yeah.
So try to be lighthearted.
Yeah, and we really appreciate you guys coming. Don't forget to we had over like 190 people here right now. We had like over 200 people in most of this thing. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We really loved seeing you guys here. Love to see all the pictures of the Krakens. I love seeing, I love seeing pictures and Krakens and stuff. So
Krakens. So crackify anything. Crackify.
share it with me. I love seeing it. It's
hashtag #ArtSherpa, hashtag theartsherpa, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and of course theartsherpa.com.
yeah, we got our Sherpa.
I'm just telling you where we are.
Yeah.
We're pretty easy to find.
Come find us. We want to hang out.
We do.
Love
Answer
you.
questions.
Love you guys.
You be good. Bye-bye.